Hi, welcome to Indiana University Small Business Academy in the School of Business and Economics. My name is Francine Birgans, and today I want to talk to you for a little bit about finding your authenticity in business. Finding your authenticity in business. Your business starts with you and you being authentic to the call, to the vision, and to everything that is on the inside of you. So, what does it mean to be authentic? We hear that all the time, and sometimes it can be a cliche, but what does it really mean to be authentic? And in this case, we're saying, what does it mean to be authentic in business? Well, being authentic means being totally genuine to who you are, your belief system, and what you feel like you have been called to do. But not only that, what you have been created to do naturally. These are the things that you should look for. You should download, you should keep notes of as it concerns you and as it concerns being authentic. Being authentic is being genuine, it's being real, it's your moral compass, and it's those things that make you get up in the morning, and it's those things that also keep you going during the day as it concerns business. And I'll go into a little bit more details. So, discovering your purpose, discovering your authenticity. So, most people know me as the purpose expert because I specialize in purpose. I live and I breathe purpose. And a part of my joy and a part of what I do is to help other people discover and find out what their purpose is, not only in life, but also in business. And one of the things that you've got to know is that there are different components as it concerns you and as it concerns being authentic. You should look at the people, you should look at things, you should look at places, and you should also look at you. So I'm going to say that again. You should look at people, you should look at things, you should look at places, and you should look at you overall. A part of discovering your purpose and your authenticity is knowing that you were created to solve a problem. That is what businesses do. When we look at a pitch, or if you go to a pitch contest, or the most common question that get asked is always asking, "What do you do?" And it's like a certain time frame that you have for this solution that you're offering in business. And this is a part of your authenticity. It's a discovery process. A part of discovering your purpose is being proactive. You've got to be proactive in your own environment of people, places, and things. So if you never thought about it like that, we're going to break that down. You have got to be intentional and proactive in your environment of people, places, and things. Being intentional helps you learn more about your surroundings, and it helps you to discover and evaluate just the process of the problem that you've been called to solve as well. So, for example, let's take a look at people. And we're going to cover these also in some other segments during the videos. So let's look at people. You should discover who you have around you and what those relationships are. Okay. And a lot of times we think, why me? But then I always say, why not you? You should understand every purpose and every relationship with the people who are around you. So let me give you an example. And this is one I always share just simply about my own self. I've always found myself teaching. I've always found myself in education no matter what the sector. So currently I'm in higher education, but I have taught in business, small business, churches, organizations, youth groups, you name it. When I look at the people, I am looking at education. I'm always looking at that I am teaching some kind of a group. And in that group, it's men and it's women. But I also notice that the people piece is mostly women. So that is an indication of my authenticity. That is an indication of my purpose. Your authenticity is where your heartstrings are, if you will. It's where you find that you have this voice and you always want to say something about it. You always want to talk about it. That is a part of being authentic. Understanding the people also who you have this relationship with and the solution that you have to help these people. That is a part of your authenticity. So, another example is being authentic to me. I never try to go outside of the scope of where I see my gifts are and my talents in being authentic. A lot of my friends are into political justice, and guess what? That's just not my thing. It's just not my happy place, and it's okay. And we have to learn to be okay with what we've been called to. We have to learn to be okay that we're not for everyone as well as we discover that authenticity. Next, let's do things. Let's do things because there's people, there's places, there are things. So we'll go to places. So your purpose has a location. People, places, and things. Your purpose has a location. So again, you always want to think about where are you? Where are you? So for me, I am always in educational settings all the time. That is a part of my authenticity that I'm always educating people. I have a joy to help educate people and to cause change in the area of thinking with people, in the area of coaching them, and in the area of helping them to learn more. I have an absolute joy for this. And this is something that I can do whether I get paid or if I don't get paid. And we hear that all the time, and we've heard it so many times, at least I did as a kid, that you can do this, and not get paid. When you can do something and not get paid, that's something that you really love. And for me, I love education. I'm a lifelong learner myself, and I love helping others to learn more and to be better. So you want to look at your surroundings. You want to look at the places that you are in all the time. You want to take a step back and see, where do I find myself? Places. Now let's go to things. Do you have balance, and how do you adapt to change? Do you have a growth mindset? When we think about things, when we think about business and just people and relationships in general, we've got to make sure that we are keeping all of this in balance. We have to make sure that we have everything. It needs to be equal. You don't want anything to be out of whack or out of sync, even when it comes to you being authentic. You want to make sure that your moral compass is intact. You want to make sure that your thoughts are intact as well with everything that you are doing. You want to make sure that you have a balance. You want to make sure that you're able to adapt to change, because as we're discovering these things, it's going to change. As we discover who we are as a person, it can look like something one day, but then the next day it can change. So for example, I always hear people say, hey, I've got these little kids as an example, and I think you'll be a great teacher. However, I always try to find out and determine, is that a place where my heart is? Or if I do something, is it something that I want to do all the time? So you want to make sure that you have a balance. You want to make sure you're being honest. And you want to make sure that you're able to adapt to change. So I don't always teach younger kids, but I find myself that if I'm asked to do it, I adapt to the change, and I have a growth mindset knowing that I can do it and to get the job done as well. And last but not least, you want to think about your authenticity is a key. It's just one of many. keys to help you discover your purpose. Your authenticity has a moral compass. Your authenticity is true and it's valid to you, not anyone else. It's not going to look like anyone else. It's not going to sound like anyone else, but your authenticity is true and valid to you. And not only that, it is unique to you. No one else can do it. No one else can sound like you. And all of that is a part of you being authentic. And not only that, you embracing who you are, you embracing every little nook and every little cranny, every little flaw, everything about you, and it's you embracing that in your authenticity. So Eric Patterson said, the people, places, and things you experience every day play a vital role in encouraging or discouraging you. So everything you do every day, it should relate to you being authentic, and it should also relate to you and your purpose. So think about what you do, even if it's the little bitty small things, if it's your favorite books, if it's your favorite meal, if it's your favorite store, everything has a purpose, and I mean everything. And it helps you to discover who you are, and it helps you to discover your purpose and your authenticity. So Leo Tolstoy, one of my favorites, said, we are all forced into fate. We're all forced into fate. But what I like to say is we're all forced into purpose if you pay attention. So we're going to talk later in another video about doing a SWOT analysis on you, your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. But we're going to come back to that in another segment. And finally, you have any questions, you have any feedback, you have any comments, reach out to us at Indiana University Northwest Campus. Let us know that you're watching the videos and let us know what it is you want to see and that you want more. Thank you so much for giving me this time and this opportunity.